It's been more than 10 years since the Canadian recording artist has had the #1 album in the United States. But this week, Bryan Adams broke the decade-long drought with his album, Reckless.
In the latest issue of Rolling Stone, Bryan Adams shares the cover with such rock luminaries as Mick Jagger and David Bowie. In other words, he's made it big. Last season, the Journal's Russ Froese charted the path of the rising star in this profile of Bryan Adams, straight from the heart.
Tuesday night in Kamloops, British Columbia. It's 8 below zero. 3,000 teenagers have forsaken the cold and their homework to see Canada's new rock and roll sensation, Bryan Adams.
Hey, guys, you're gonna break the door. Come on, you guys, give me a hand here, would ya? Shit.
There was no mob scene when he last played Kamloops. The kids did not fork out $13.50 a ticket, but that was a lifetime ago. Bryan Adams has now broken through. He's become big business. His name is sold on T-shirts. Worldwide sales of his 3 albums are nearing 2 million. In the fickle rock music business, this scruffy blonde kid from Vancouver has made it. Now the conquering hero is returning home after 11 successful months of touring around the world. Out of loyalty, he and his band are playing this night in Kamloops and one more in Victoria before taking a much-needed rest.
2 more to go, Kamloops! Yeah!
With his rugged, boyish good looks and his raspy voice, he's been described as a young Rod Stewart, but his songs and his style are all his own.
I think I'm perceived as basically this guy, kid, who sings his ass off every night and has a good time. People normally walk away from our shows, I think, pretty satisfied that they've seen a solid night of entertainment. And I have to give them everything I got.
And Bryan Adams is true to his word.
What's the best thing about him?
Everything! Oh, he's got such a nice body! He runs! Everything! He touched me!
Who's he up there with?
Mick Jagger.
He's as good as Mick Jagger?
I think he's unique in himself because he puts on, I think, the best show around right now.
Yeah? What do you think of him?
I think Bryan Adams is the greatest. I think he's just great. He's a great performer. He's Canadian. He's just great. Yeah.
None of this adulation and success happened by accident. It takes good, catchy tunes to get all-important radio airplay and a persistent effort to push those songs before the public. He may be young, but Bryan Adams is thought of as a professional promoter.
Oh, there are very few people that are as professional as Bryan Adams, and I've interviewed a lot of people sitting right over there. And when Bryan is here to be interviewed, he's taking care of business. He's here for a reason, excuse me.
Hello again, this is Dean Hill. It's 5:40 from the Cuts Like a Knife compact disc. Bryan Adams on the Fox.
Video's an important tool these days in the rock music business, especially if an artist wants exposure on television. Bryan now has 2 slick productions created from songs on his latest album. At 24, he's becoming recognized, but he's worked at it for 8 years, ever since he quit high school and a dishwashing job to start performing.
This is a great life. Being a musician is a great life. Being a songwriter is a great living. And I'll be able to always fall back on the fact that I'm a songwriter, and I'd rather do that than, than a day job any day of the week. And I've done day jobs and I don't like it. And I could never conform. I could never conform in school.
There are hundreds of aspiring rock singers on the West Coast, but Bryan Adams, well, he was different. By the time he was 17, he had already been in a major rock band, Sweeney Todd, and he had a hit single to his credit, the disco tune, Let Me Take You Dancing. And he was convinced he was going to be a star. But convincing those who could make it happen, well, that's a different story. It took him a whole year to persuade Canada's premier rock promoter that he should manage him. And the continual visits to the Gastown offices here in Vancouver of promoter Bruce Allen finally paid off.
Good afternoon, Bruce Allen Talent.
Even as a teenager, Bryan Adams realized that to become a success, you need the right management. And to him, that meant Bruce Allen, star maker. He's one of the best connected promoters in the rock industry. The evidence of his successes adorn his office walls. He was the one who polished the Adams image, introduced him to important American audiences, who continues to push for new material.
We got to have an album out, and I want to get it out, I want to have it out so we can do Europe in June. You know that, because we got those 9 festivals. Now, I don't want to hurry up and tell you how to write, but
spring.
That should just be something to shoot for. If we hit it or not, fine, but that's something to shoot for, because it would fit perfect. Because if that album comes out, we go over to Europe, by the time we get back to the States, the thing will be rolling, we can go to the States.
Let's say May 15th is the deadline. If I feel like at the end of February that we've got a record, I'm going to go in.
Bruce Allen's success stories have included the chart-topping group Loverboy, his first group, Bachman Turner Overdrive. And now gold and platinum sales plaques for Bryan Adams are being added to the Wall collection.
Adams has no boundaries. He'll be able to do films. He's already started. He's been asked to do lots of projects. We've turned down probably 5 or 6 films this year. He will go into films. He will become a Sting, an artist that will cross over into films. There's no problem about that. We know we're going to do that. He can go out and perform when he wants to, where he wants to. It's just going to be totally up to him, whatever he wants to do. But he can go on forever because of this tremendous ability to write, and that can't be replaced.
Bryan doesn't write alone. He has a partner. He and Jim Vallance have created nearly 60 songs together since 1977 in their basement studio. Many of them are covers, songs that have been recorded by other big names in the business.
I wrote a song that's on my album, which Bonnie Tyler did, called Straight from the Heart, and we've had numerous...
We mentioned Loverboy, Kiss, Tom Jones just cut one of our tunes.
Did he?
Yeah.
Oh.
You know,
didn't know that?
I didn't, well, I haven't seen it. Have you seen it?
No. The album isn't out yet.
Hypothetical cover.
No, it's on the album. The album just isn't out yet.
It definitely is?
Definitely.
Great. Well, Las Vegas, here we come, I guess.
Adams-Vallance collaborations are in high demand because they're catchy. These two seem to have some chemistry between them that consistently creates hits. The ideas for songs such as Cuts Like a Knife just seem to flow.
Just like I said, it just cuts like a knife, and Jim just said, it feels so right.
Those 2 lyrical lines, Cuts Like a Knife, Feels So Right, became the hook, the catchphrase, and the title of Bryan's most successful album to date. With a slick video to promote it, Cuts Like a Knife has now sold 1.5 million copies worldwide. It got him an American tour and hundreds of interviews, including one out of New York on MTV, the new video music network. Between touring dates with the Kinks and Journey, millions saw him on the syndicated rock program that has become an institution, Dick Clark's American Bandstand. He and the band then traveled overseas, and wherever they went, Japan, England, or other countries in Europe, there were fans.
Now cuts like a knife, but it feels so right. 1, 2, 3.
At 24, Bryan Adams has years to develop his many talents. But whatever happens in the future, he will always remember the last year as the year he broke through.
This tour has been more than successful for me. It's been probably the best year of my life, you know, for just work and gigs and being able to see momentum really in full swing. You know, from starting out playing the clubs this year to playing full-fledged concerts at the end of the year, you know, that's a big achievement for a musician.
I give it to me straight from the heart. Tell me we can make another start. You know I'll never go. As far as I know, it's coming straight from the heart. Give it to me.
I guess people are more boggled by the fact that we're successful than we are. And I'm trying to be modest with you here because, as I said, we have spent a lot of time working at it, and when you do work on something a long time, it's just gratifying to know that people appreciate it.
Hey, give it to me straight from the heart. And tell me we can make another song. You know I'll never go. As far as I know, it's coming straight from the heart. Give it to me. Oh, yeah. Straight from the heart. You know I'll never go. As far as I know, everybody come.
In Victoria, this is Russ Froese for The Journal.